Good morning, everyone. January 11th, doing a review for the week. This is we're gonna do a review on the freebie that we posted on our Facebook page. Garlic Potter we found on the cable Monday night, posted on Facebook. This was our projected C to be between 78 and 61 on our fibs. Projected D. Let's see what the market did this week on the cable. This was our best trade that we identified last Sunday night. All right, let's see. This is my setup, by the way. Let me show you the setup. I have on the top of the screen, I'll have here my 240. I have my 60, the bottom of the screen. These will determine the trend of the market, how the market is trending. And this will give me my entry, my 30. This is what I use. My entry and 15. I'll use both of them sometimes. 15 sometimes becomes too noisy, so I don't use it that much. I just have it in the screen to see what the guys are doing. Okay, what the market is doing, where the move is going. So here is the 240. We have identified our trend. They were working a channel. Okay, this is what the market has been doing, working a channel. And we said that the possible reversal was about to come if the big guys decided to hit our support lines, right? Now we are gonna go to the 60. Let's go to the 60. This is where we drew our last Monday. We did our drawings here, and we found our Garley, and we said, okay, here is our possible entries, exits. So let's go and let's review it right now. Okay, this Saturday morning. So all I done since Monday, we posted our trend line. We draw it on the chart, and we said above that we're gonna be buying. We were gonna wait for the sell zone, and that's what we did. We waited. Our alarm went off right here, and that was our entry. Let's mark it right here. Oh, actually, I have it on the screen already. Here, this was our entry point right here. My stop right here. I always tell you guys, do not trade into zeros. You see what they did here? I want to make you see this on the 15. This is our 60. My 30 is the entry point that I use. So let me tell you guys something that the other day somebody emailed me why I don't trade into zeros, even numbers, or 50, 50. The reason we don't trade those guys is because those are expiration contracts. Those are expiration contracts that expire at 10 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time, all right? Uh, which is 7 Pacific, 10 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time, 10:30 and 11 a.m. So do not trade into zero. Do not trade into zeros or 50. Don't. So our entry, going back to our entry, this was our entry. This is where the guy, the chart told us to enter the market. Here, this is my entry point. Then I have it selected. Yes, here it is. Here, broke the trend line, 164.13. Okay, what do we do next? We need to establish our exit points, correct? Always know your exit. You want to survive in this market, get your risk. This is my risk, 20 pips. What was my entry point? 164.12, 13. That was our entry point. So we are risking about 22 pips, right? This is my risk. 22 pips, 220. My reward will be between 61 and 78. This will be my reward right here, between 61 and 78 to get the C target, okay? To get to the C target. So we have our entry, and we have our risk, and we have our reward. Reward will be somewhere in here. Are we gonna get there? We don't know, but this is my reward. My reward will be about 60 pips, right? If we were to get to this level, this is my possible reward. How do we measure it? Let's do the measurement from 64.12 to 55 pips. Okay, sounds fair. 55 pips. That's possible reward. We don't know if we're gonna get there. but I already identify my possible reward. Now all you have to do is stay with the trend. I mean, stay with your target. Uh, Now, very important. Once you have that entry and you have those breaks on trend lines, is important for you guys to look into twister tops, twister bottoms. I mean, we are expecting the market to turn south, right? That's what we are expecting. That's what we are predicting. Is the market gonna do that? We don't know that. We don't know anything. When you enter a trade, there is a 50-50 chance. It's not a guaranteed. Some of you guys have sent me emails uh, stating the fact that you guys have stopped out. Your broker stopped you out. Well, you're placing the stops of 5 pips, guys. I mean, you will get stopped for 5 pips. I mean, if you don't risk at least 10 and 20, believe me, brokers will stop you out. I mean, we have to be understanding that they are reading the fear that you go into the market. They are reading that. And you guys, I mean, we have to be careful. We have to be extremely careful with that. I always like to have a risk of between 20 and 30 pips, and my reward to be a 3-to-1 reward, 2-to-1 reward, 1-to-1 reward. So it's up to you. You decide what to do. What I look for are opportunities in the market. And what the market is telling me is that there is an opportunity that this will go to the C target. So what do? I look for double tops. Here, I encounter one, I encounter two, and this is my double top. Now I know that I'll be looking for, shooting stars. And I have here, the other day, here, an example of what a shooting star looked like. There it is. Here is a shooting star, right here. Now, did we get a shooting star in here? What do you think? Wasn't this a shooting star? Right here. Well, right here, this was more than a shooting star, but right? Even though we did not get a complete, beautiful shooting star, we got a double top, and we knew if I let me place something here. Let me place a horizontal line between from here to about here. Okay, you see how these guys were working this? You see how they were working it? Right? Actually, they took it down. Look at this. This is what they did. Came here, did a pullback, couldn't broke. They couldn't break through it. They didn't even try. They reversed a U, and if it went below my support, this thing was going south. There was nothing to stop it. That's exactly what they did. Okay, U reversal. That inverted U reversal. Okay, so what did the market do with that? 64.12. They took us all the way down to what's the low of this one? Ah, sorry. Here it is. Yay. Whoa. Take that out of the way. Not that one. Okay. The low here was 163.72. That was the low, 163.72. Let's say you got out above here, because I'll be looking here. If I am already in the market, I'll be looking for possible reversals. And I'm staying on this. Oh, here, sell zone. I'm staying with my trade until it breaks the trend line to the upside. And they did it above here. Our entry was here. My stop was all the way at 164.34. After I entered the trade, they did a pullback, came back to find sellers. They find the sellers and they took it down. And for 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times, they try to break the trend, but they knew where our C level was, and they took it exactly to the middle between the 50 and the 61A. We determined that last Sunday. That's probably what they were going to do. They were going to between here and here. We knew that beforehand, and that's what they did. That's what they did. Okay? So we collected how many pips? Let's see how many pips we collected. 164.12, 40 pips, $400. We collected on the way down 40 pips, $400. And what what we were expecting for a possible 55. Well, we didn't get the whole thing, but 40 pips, more than enough. And we said the moment we see a reversal coming, we were gonna take it to the upside because that was gonna be our C to D, correct? This was gonna be from our C to the D, right? So another entry right here, 163.90. Okay, this was another entry, 163.90. Where did they go? Let's see what the market did. Oh, Carlos is so lucky. That was the email that I received the other day. That was the email I received. I am so lucky. I hit the target all the time, or most of the time. Well, I am not lucky. Okay? I learn, and I'm here to teach you what the big boys and banks do trading targets. Take a look at what they did here in the chart. Did they trade for the target? Okay, look, they took it a reversal from here exactly to the 30A level. Seriously, did they know this beforehand? They did, and that's where they traded to. That's exactly where they took the market. So we entered at 163.90. How many pips we collected there? Measure that up. 163.90. Another 47 pips. $470. Did they reach my D extension? No. You got it. Yes. Yes, you got it. No. Have we reached the D extension? All we've done is flip-flop between my B and my C target. And we said every time we are between the 70A6 and the 61A, we were gonna be what? Sellers. That's correct. Sellers. We were gonna be sellers. So I draw my trend line, right? Oh, let me select the green trend line or the red trend, as a matter of fact, right here. And again, I identify my buying zone, and I identify just by doing that my sell zone. Uh-oh. Oh, let me move here. Anyways, did the market gave us another opportunity? Yes, it did. Here is my other opportunity. This is my next opportunity. Okay, that's my next opportunity. And when I look at this, 164, what is it? 14. What a coincidence that the next opportunity they gave you was exactly or pretty close to the previous one. Do you think the big guys know this? Of course they do. Okay? They know where the possible entries are and they are playing us along the way. That's what they're doing. So 164.14. Where did they go this time? They broke it at 4 a.m. in the morning, January 7th, and they took it at 7 in the morning to the level of 61. Right here, the low was 163.70, even lower than the previous bar, which is this one, of 163.72 by 2 pips. Okay, by 2 pips. Okay, now see this big trend line. Let me change the color of this trend line. See this trend line? Let me edit it and change the color to a pink. There you go. And where were we? Right here. Were we? Oh, excuse me. Aren't we in the buying zone again? Right here. And this is the sell zone of this trend line. See how exactly these guys came and bounced it off right here and took it all the way back again? They know, guys. They know that this is the sell zone and this is the buying zone. They know that. Okay, we need to learn to trade this. Okay, we need to learn. Okay, we need to know our targets. They came again and they know there is a C target right here and they took it. They went for it and they bounced it exactly at that between 50 and 61.8 again. They bounced it off. So the opportunity was hit again from 164.14 to about, let me see, what was our pip target here? How many pips? 164 to this, another 41. Oh, another 41 pips right here for $410. Okay? So in a matter of 2 or 3 days, we have collected $1,200. We collected 400. Okay? We took it from C to whatever they were gonna do, another 470, that's $870. And they took it back down and we collected 410 for 12, almost $1,300, 1280. Okay? All we're draw and all we've been doing is drawing trend lines on our charts. Okay? That's all. I'm gonna wait for these guys to bounce it again, right? And I'm gonna take this from here, these stops, and I'm gonna wait for the break right about here. When I see these big steep candles, guy, like let me show you. That's when I go to my 15 minutes. That's what I had the 15 minutes here, and that's what I was gonna show you. Okay, here it is. This huge uh, bar of about what 40 pips, and when that happens, usually I'll go to my 15 and see what's going on in the 15. And this was 6:30 in the morning. 6:37 in the morning. Let's go 6:37 in the morning right here. And this is where we were on the 15. Okay. And when that happens, I'll come here and I draw my trend lines right here for better entries. Right here. From here, all these stops. And I will enter the market around this level. The moment they break it. The moment they break, the alarm goes off and I'm taking the trade to the upside. Taking it to the north from 163.86 to the moment they break the trend line. They broke the trend line right here. This was my possible exit. So I collected from 163.86 30 pips extra for another $300. That's $1,500 already. Just trading trend lines. from our C to our D. Okay, I take my trend line, place it in the chart, and take my entry, 163.90. And what did they do? Yeah, pretty much. They took it to the target. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, Robert. Yes, I got your email. Yes, sir. Yeah, got your email. Here was a buy zone, right? And we took it from 163.89 all the way 80 pips for an additional 80 pips, $800. How many pips have we collected so far, guys? Here we have 1100 and we have 1280 on my 60. That's for 2380. 2380 trading the Garley pattern. Okay, 2380. We collected from the 30 minutes entry that we did. We collected 30 pips here. And we collected 80 pips. We already identified on the 30 minutes based on our entries. 800. So are you guys excited or what? I mean, this is a 1 week, guys. 1 week. Let's add it up. That's 400. $470. Then $410. Then 300. Then 800 for a total of 2380. This was our trade, our weekly freebie trade. Okay. Are you guys happy with a 2380 a week? Potential entries identify a week before they happen. Okay, this was a week before it even happened. We didn't draw these trend lines after the fact. We drew them before the fact. We placed it on our Facebook. We placed it there, right? And here's the result. So I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys learn how to, trade the Garley using trend lines. Do not. I haven't even, placed an indicator. I don't have indicators. I don't trade indicators. All I'm teaching you is how to read the chart like the big boys do. Now, you need to commit yourself to learn how to identify trend, learn how to place those trend lines in your charts, learn how to spread the Fibonacci, learn how to measure your risk reward, and you will be successful in the Forex market. This was a $2,000 plus in a week for the first week of January. Okay, what they did after, probably they did more trades, but I know some of the guys that took these trades, I mean, these went all the way, these 80 pips, they made it go all the way to 164.95. All you would have done if you are already in the trade, just stay with the trade until it bends, right? So if you were to collect more pips, probably I would have taken this, uh, okay, this trend line and got out all the way here, okay? When they broke your trend line, and this would have given you much more pips than the original 80. Because if you enter the market at 163.90 and you came all the way here, that was 80 pips. It was the same. It was not that difference. Um, but there you have it. This is our review. I mean, our you know weekly review for the 11th. I hope to see you guys on Monday. We will review the trades that we did for the non-farm payroll. Actually, let me get that to you guys. I think this is what we were supposed to do. Okay, we had the non-farm payroll that was ugly, really, really ugly. We were supposed to sell the yen, sell the chief, buy the euro, buy the pound, buy the Aussie, and buy the New Zealand. That's what we said we were gonna do Wednesday night. Okay, the thing was bad. It was horrible, horrible report. What they did with the chief, the chief. Let's say what they did with the chief. I'm gonna have the 60 minutes. That's what they did with the chief. There is my trend line, buy my buy zone, sell zone, 60 pips. What they do with the yen, there you have it. 70 pips, broke the trend line, $700. Now we were supposed to buy the euro, pound. Okay, let's start with the euro. Yep, there you go. We were supposed to buy the euro, 70 pips. We were supposed to buy the pound, and there you have it. Another 70 pips around here. Let me see how many pips. I didn't even measure this. Pips from here, trend line. They broke it about here. Uh, 40 pips, 50 pips maybe. About 40, 50, 60. Even here at the end of the day was giving you 56 pips, $550. All right, what they did with the Aussie? That's what they did with the Aussie. They came, broke the trend line. These ones we were expecting to break the trend line and also break the outer channel trend line. They are working a channel. They've been working it for weeks now. It is what they've been doing, and we've been trading all this along, guys. So we said that if non-farm payroll came really bad, we were going to wait for the break of this outer line. So our possible entry was above here. So then, anyways, that's 70 pips. Even from here, from this measurement, that was a 70 pips. What they did with the New Zealand, same thing. They broke the trend line. They took it for an additional 500 pips. Okay, so for the week, it was a pretty decent week. If we include the what we did with the pound with the cable, okay, and what we did with non-farm payroll, we did pretty good. I think a lot of guys took, a lot of trades. Uh, you know, I have received a lot of emails, but this was a decent week. Here is a summary. Just the pound gave us around 23.80. I have it right here. Okay, this was our weekly. This was our freebie, right? And trading the non-farm payrolls gave us around another $2,000, $3,000. So this week alone was a 2380 plus 600 plus 2100 plus 500, 5,580 for the week of January 10th. First week of the year. And non-farm payroll help us a lot. Excuse me, help us a lot. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy it with your family. And I hope to see you guys Monday morning to look for opportunities. Remember, it's not about trading every day. It's about trading the best day, the best possible opportunity in the market. Okay? All of this money that we collected here, it was done in about 6 hours. Okay? See, this was the only trade. This freebie worked perfectly for the week and gave us around $2,300. But this, guys, was done in a single day. Single day. We were not trading every day. We were not glued to the screen for 3, 5 pips. We do not trade for 3 to 5 pips. We learn here to trade for 30, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pips. That's what the big boys at the banks do using PSR, fibs, and trend and using targets. So in the past, let me see if I have the picture here. Oh, actually I do, and that's the same picture for Facebook. Hold on one second. I have it right here. Right here. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you are supposed to do. You need to trade for pips targets. If you learn how to identify the trend, you learn how to place your fibs, and you learn how to identify the PSRs, previous resistance and support levels, you, my friend, will identify targets, and we will trade for these targets. And those targets sometimes are 30, 40, 50 plus pips. So I hope to see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend and take care.